We all know that water is life. We hold it precious, abundant food source in the north, fish. Stephanie Vaillancourt is a commercial fisher who moved from her rural home in Quebec to the Northwest Territories in her early 20s. Stephanie quickly found herself working as an assistant on a fishing boat in Hay River. The freedom she felt of being out on the open water struck a deep chord with Stephanie. She is now the captain of her own vessel and has her own assistant, Pierre.
My first time fishing would have been about 10 years ago, first summer that I was here. I was super young and didn't really know much. And I've learned a lot of things here that it built the confidence, it built who I am. Like chopping your own wood or, paddling, driving a boat, doing all these things that are really northern, mushing. And it's really satisfying, and I think it makes a really good array of skills that you can pull out once in a while, and feels like probably less scared of life in general because you feel like you're competent. I remember the first time, because after every time you go fishing, you have to fill the logbook, like how many boxes of fish, blah, blah, blah. And then, like vessel's name, vessel certificate, captain's name, like, ooh, that's my name I put there now. And then you have to sign the piece of paper at the end. You're like, holy, okay. Like it's quite a step. Like now I don't feel it so much, but the first summer I remember I was quite stressed about it. And then I have a good friend that he's a pilot, and he says it's the same thing when you go from co-pilot to pilot, right? Like co-pilot is just like lollipop. When you're the captain, like shit gets real. And it's a lot of responsibility, and like you have to make the call and be kind of firm with it, and double guessing yourself, it's okay, but at some point you just gotta make a move.
Once we get into the open, it might start to splash a little bit. We'll see, like it doesn't look too bad, but who knows?
Je
pense que c'est plus ça. Ben là, c'est dur à voir avec le soleil, mais c'est pas si loin de toi.
Non, hein?
Non.
C'est là, hein?
Ouais, c'est là.
On va l'amener par un peu.
Okay, we're ready to travel. Yeah.
Stephanie Vaillancourt is a commercial fisher in Yellowknife on the shores of Great Slave Lake.
So we've come about 25 k's out of Yellowknife towards the NorthernHer. We were traveling about 15 to 20 knots an hour. This morning we were expecting a north wind, which I took a route that I thought would be fine, but then we had some really big south swells and it made it a little bit wet. I mean, nothing dangerous or anything, it just makes it a bit uncomfortable.
So we travel on a welded aluminum boat, which is really good. Like it's really nice and heavy and sturdy. I've got a 94 Smirk on it. It's a 21 foot.
We're about to lift 2 nets that we set yesterday. Hopefully there's a lot of fish in it.
I got a net lifter installed on it, which is really good. Like the first summer we were hauling everything. It's like, oh, this is not possible. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. There is definitely not a lot of women. There is some. There's women around, but I don't think they're the main image of the industry. It could be challenging, frustrating, rewarding. A lot of people that, like they're super impressed and they're really proud and they're really happy that this is going on. A lot of people just assume that I buy the fish from someone, which, sometimes it's just a little bit frustrating that, why do you think that I'm not capable of doing this? But yeah, it's the part of the game, and sometimes it's just a bit of, talking to them, and then you're like, whoa, and then they're super impressed. It's beautiful though, I really like it. It's really close to the element, it's really down to earth, it's really calming. But yeah, the definitely you have to be in tune with where you are and what the weather is like. And then, yeah, once you head out there, it's so beautiful. It's just you and the fish and a couple of seagulls.
Yeah. A little bit more would have been nice. Always hoping for $1 per fillet. And now in the first fillet, we almost had like $1 of bycatch. Bycatch is just like all those other random fish that don't really have a market for. Like whitefish just sells really easy. These nets are 100 yards and they go for 60 mesh deep. So the little square, there's 60 of them. And these little square, these ones are 5 1/4. Okay. I started this one twisted, it's a bit more work. Whew.
Sometimes they're good days, sometimes there's bad days. The work is quite hard, and sometimes, you know, I just feel like I don't want to do this anymore. But you know, that's like everything else. Days are harder than others, and you just keep pushing at it. And I'm really stubborn, so it helps. And there's that constant, and I think it's a healthy fear or stress, like, you know, like respect from the lake, fear of the lake.
Et voila!
I think it's good because, like, I've heard many people saying, like, a captain that's not afraid is a dead captain. So I try to just keep it real, really, and be humble.
I will have a helper with me. Pierre is my fall helper.
The main thing is a safety thing. Like, if something happens, then there's somebody else on board to do something about it. And it's a lot easier, like, two-person, like lifting, filleting, it works quite good too. One can mix the slab and the other one fillet, so everything is a little bit faster. 4 hands on deck is better than just my only 2 hands. He makes my life easier, that's what he does.
Not always.
Sometimes he makes it hard. Jeez! I have many people helping out. I mean, just in a way of supporting or listening when I'm down, or, you know, like, and then 2-3 people with the fish truck. But yeah, I'd say probably like 4 people now. There's quite a bit of bycatch today, which ideally it's not great, but it's also the reason why I opened the fish and chip truck. So whatever we got left at the end of the day, that's what we throw in the deep fryer. That way I don't end up wasting too much fish. 1, 2, 3. You can just drag it to the trailer.
Yeah. Hello.
We really like to create and use from the land and just try to go as local as we can, really. We try to be like, I don't know, like that full circle thing. Like, it's really rewarding, I guess, just to be able to bring local food to people. Because, I mean, we're in those days where we're starting to realize that this is not sustainable. We need to just take what we need from where we are and stop trying to, you know, empty everywhere else. There's a lot of people that just come at the dock, and I really enjoy that. And I sell at the farmers market a lot of my fish as well, and there's a few restaurants in town that will buy, and so that's gonna upscale a little bit. But yeah, this is like still the beginning of the operation, so we're not too sure where it's gonna go, and ideally I'd like to just have my own place that people can come and buy the fish.
There you go, guys. Enjoy your fish and chips.